Hello and welcome back. Do you know that people are about 80% water? So, what is it that makes us different? Is it in our hair color? Is it in the color of our skin? Or is it in the height, weight, or age? It's in what is here and what is here. So, what do I mean by that? Let's lay the foundation of success and we will come to know about what I'm talking about. Communication is a self fulfilling prophecy. And to understand the success sequence, we need to understand what I mean by self fulfilling prophecy. Let me repeat it. Communication is a self fulfilling prophecy. And in this success sequence, if we have to lay the foundation, we need to understand from where this communication originates or starts. And in this process, we will be understanding by a story. There was a man who, by hard work, sheer hard work, he came out of his poverty and now he is living a good life. In fact, a very good life, and he's earning money and he's got sufficient and he can actually relax and have a great life. But he still holds few beliefs that make him, whenever he goes to a restaurant, he tells the waiter to pack the food and he brings them back and puts it in the fridge, even though the fridge is full of food. And he has the habit of hoarding money, hoarding food, and just in case he feels that there won't be enough. So, from where did this belief come? Just like him, we all have our own beliefs based on the values which we have actually absorbed through our childhood experiences and the environments that we grew up. We all have our own belief systems because of our experiences. And this has created a certain mental model in us. And because of this mental model, we are choosing to think or feel in a particular way or in a definite direction. And in every communication of ours, we are actually bringing out these beliefs and the values without even being conscious of it. And so, what's wrong in this? There's nothing wrong as long as it's affecting us to move forward and grow and unlock our potential. And most of the times, we would have had negative influences either by way of the messages that we received as we were growing up and any kind of suggestions or inputs, and they are sticking to us, and we would have carried them as a baggage for a long time, and they would be still acting in every communication that we do externally. These belief systems and these values also come along with us, and this stops us from either going forward or understanding other people around us, having conversations, having that kind of a understanding to give people space to express. And this is like a colored lens which blocks us to have a clear perspective of things. So we end up with biases, judgments, and all sorts of negative. It could be a prejudice that we have, and basically it stops us from understanding the other person, having more free flowing communication, exchanging messages, exchanging information, or having great relationships. Now, what is the way forward? Does it stop here? No. In fact, this is the reason why we are here, to sharpen the axe and hone the skills. Now, this is a process that we need to understand by self-reflections, and then actually taking a pen and paper and sitting there and actually jotting down all the beliefs that we have till now carried with us without having any judgment around us, because we want to let them go if they are not serving our purpose. And if it is really working for us, keep it and enhance it and amplify it so that we become better people. And also look at the values, whether they are still serving a purpose. And if it is not, we can always change and have new values in our life, because the external conditions would have changed by now. And many a time the people have conflicts, and though we are all 80%, we have water in us and we are all the same. But as I told, what goes in here and what goes in here makes all the difference. And because of these differences, there are conflicts, there are misunderstandings, and people are not able to have good relationships or converse and have communications, and they get stuck. So the way forward is to analyze, put them on paper, get them clear, and actually do a SWOT analysis, see the strengths, see the weaknesses of your values and beliefs, and also see the opportunities if you kind of revisit and reorganize your value systems and your belief systems, and also see the threats if you don't. And this exercise, I think this is very important for you. Instead of doing it mentally, actually put it on paper and make it an exercise. Take half an hour, take an hour, maybe take a day. Ponder over it so that you really get to understand all your value system. And communication is not about, it's just not a one-time affair where you just do it in an hour and you're done with it. It's a continuous process. It's a continuous process, and it's a very evolving and dynamic process which reflects where you are in life. And people coming in your life and the situations are all reflecting back to you your communication styles, your willingness to communicate with people, and choose what you want to communicate and what you don't want to communicate. So it's all about you and your thoughts, your feelings, and your values and your belief systems. Now you have to take the onus of responsibility on yourself and make this exercise a continuous process. And let me tell you, let's lay the foundation of success now. And I talked about self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's come back to that. What does it mean, self-fulfilling prophecy? Now your belief systems, let's take the example of that man. Because he had these beliefs and he kept doing the same things, he kept hoarding, and he had this feeling of lack, feeling of insecurity, he attracted conditions that really actually made this a reality in his life. He would have lost the money, he would have lost relationships, he would have lost the health or energy. So actually what happens is you're creating a reality in your life through your belief systems, your values, and your thoughts, feelings, and your communication ultimately, and because that is leading to your actions. After you communicate, you are actually taking certain decisions and you're taking actions, and which produce the results. So many of us worry about why we couldn't get the results, but we don't go back to the root cause and analyze. This is all happening because of this whole process that I talked about. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because we keep doing the same things, the same patterns repeat, and we get the same results. So to actually make a headway and break this pattern, or to actually come out of this pattern, we need to understand that we need to do this kind of critical self-analysis. Be kind to yourself, be compassionate, but at the same time really do that, stand in reality and see what is working for you, what's not working for you, and do this for yourself, because you are the best person who will tell what is it that you really want in life and how much you want to actually achieve in every area of your life. Because in every area of our life, we saw in the first video that we need communication, whether it is in your personal life, professional life, business life, or your emotional or in spiritual life. All areas of our lives, we need the basic tool is communication for success. And so when you do this kind of a SWOT analysis and you actually understand this success sequence and the self-fulfilling prophecy of communication, you have to change your methodology of communicating to your own self, which in turn gets reflected in your communication and your conversations with others. So you have to actually choose what you want to think, what you want to feel, how you want to feel, and then actually change this whole process. So going forward, we would be learning how we can do that. But at this moment, let's make it very clear to ourselves that if you want to go forward in life and take better actions and get the best results from your actions, then you must understand this whole business about how it is an internal communication gets reflected in your external communication, and it is like that self-fulfilling prophecy. And this is the foundation for success for many people who influence others and who impact others through their messages and through their ideas, and they can sell their ideas, they can sell products, they can sell services because they have worked internally on their own internal communication, and they are convinced about their own ideas, they're convinced about what they think, what they feel, and that is the reason why they are able to convince others as well and actually influence and impact. And that is what communication is all about in the end. It's all about moving forward with people, associating with people, the people that you want in your life, and making those choices, and also understanding that it's an ongoing process, and using those tools that are there already available, and enhancing your capabilities of creating those differences in your life and the lives of others. And so we're going to look forward in the next modules. We're going to see how we can do this and the actual steps to be taken to achieve that kind of a result. Stay tuned.